one of the challenges, and I believe one of the opportunities of ISO 37000 is that it does call on directors to not just to learn to think as individuals, but to learn to think together and think harder together and better together. And sometimes that skill set could be lacking. We are often very good at, and we have this model of leadership as an individual attribute. But actually, in organizations, leadership is carried by the organizational governing body, and that's the board. Leadership is a team sport, and so we need to learn how to think together, engage better, work together to apply and explain what the requirements are. And then the other thing we need to really be thinking about as governors is certainly a theme. It's coming through in ISO 37000, but it's also reflected in many of the surveys that have been done over the last, I would call 10, 12, 15 years. But one of the things most lacking in boardrooms is a strategic approach. And I would argue that that's an approach that holds the future strongly. Many times our board roles end up being in the present and oversight, which is important, but a present position in a sense. But actually, we've got to exercise foresight, because the decisions we make in the boardroom, the decisions we delegate from the boardroom can only change the future. And if we look at the crisis the world is in at the moment, what ISO does is it says, if we are learning to think together better, to apply and explain better, what do we need to also aim for? What is the objective? What is the end result of what we want to achieve?